This conference will now be recorded.
Everyone, good evening. I'm Amulya Dudala. Guys, able to hear me?
Yeah, yes, yes. Very good evening.
Yeah, cool. I will wait for
Good
two
evening.
more minutes till candidates are joining. Yeah, good evening, guys. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and we'll start the session.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Again, myself, Amulya Dudala. I'm having like around 10 years of experience. And so far, I trained like around 150 plus students. And also, I had corporate trainings as well. So, going forward, I will be your performance testing with LoadRunner, your training. Okay. So let me quickly share my screen. And also please guys stop me like if you're facing any sort of issues with my connection or something else if you are unable to hear my voice. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Let me know once my screen is up.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we are gonna to start our demo session on performance testing, and in the sessions we are gonna to use LoadRunner as the tool. Okay, and today we are gonna to discuss about all these points as a part of demo session. The agenda is what is performance testing and what is performance testing life cycle and its architecture, and also we are going to cover the course content, what all we will be discussing in our entire 30 to 35 sessions followed by question and answers. Okay, before that I would like to start what is software testing. Okay, so here we'll be having two types, one is functional and performance. If you talk about the functional testing, so if you take any application, it might be WhatsApp or Facebook or any application, it will be just checking the functionality. Okay, let me open anything. So let's consider this is one of the application. Okay. So if you talk about the functional, whatever the icon, yeah, working. See, yeah, just giving a username and password and just clicking on login button. Okay. So if you click on login button, if it is allowing us to the main functionality page, then it says like the login button is working fine. So if you click on all these things, whatever the icons you are seeing, so it means like each and every functionality in this application is totally working fine. Okay, it will just check how the functionality is working. Okay, but when you talk about the performance, okay, so it is mainly concentrating on non-functional aspects. Okay, so non-functional aspects in the sense, if you consider the same application, so whenever you are trying to log in the application, how fast your login page is responding, how fast your application is responding, that is one of the aspect. And also if you are talking about the scalability, okay, up to like how much users you can able to extend this application, it is also going to tell us the capability of the application. Okay, so it's mainly concentrates on the performance and scalability and also security and speed. All these aspects will be coming into the picture when you're working with performance testing. That's the main difference. If you talk about the functional, it is just going to check the functionality, and when you talk about the performance, it is going to give you the complete picture of the performance of your application and how much it is scalable and how speed your application is responding. That's the main difference. Okay, and before going ahead, whatever might be the things, whatever you're learning, just try to question yourself: what, why, when, and how. This is the best way of learning. Okay, so when you talk about the performance testing, now we are going to discuss what is exactly performance testing and why we need it. Testing, can't we go ahead and sign off the project, or can't we go ahead and sign off the application into the production, and also when we need it. So exactly on which phase we can go ahead and do all the performance testing activities. And also we are going to consider how exactly we are going to achieve or complete the performance testing. Okay, let me quickly move to the another screen. Now I'm just going to define you what is performance testing. Okay, you guys might be from IT background or non-IT. I just want to give you a brief on each and everything in normal language only. Okay, what is performance testing? If someone asks you that, you can simply say like testing the application behavior with max or peak load. Okay, when you heard about the load is nothing but users. Exactly, it's going to like tell about how your application is behaving whenever you're going ahead with maximum or peak load. Suppose if you take IRCTC, how your application is behaving whenever like around 1 lakh users are in the application. Like whether are you seeing any lags, or whether are you like facing any issues while doing the payments, or whether you are like facing issues while login. So all these things is going to be considered by the end of your performance testing of any application. So you can simply say and define like testing the application behavior with peak load. Okay, and someone used to ask why we need performance testing. Without performance testing, can't we go ahead something? Okay, for sure, we are not supposed to go ahead and sign off any project without doing performance testing. The main purpose of doing performance testing is to see defect free in production. Suppose let's take Indian Railways, IRCTC. Okay, if someone is not going to perform any sort of performance testing for the same IRCTC application, then we might expect n number of issues in the production. Production is nothing but like if you go to the Play Store and download some any application, that is nothing but production. It means it is ready to usable by the users. If a user is using a particular application in this sense, then we can say like that particular application is in production, which is nothing but live. Okay, it is using by users or customers. If you're not doing performance testing in this sense, then you can see n number of issues. There might be speed issue, okay, or page loading issues, which also comes under this speed. Or you can also see some sort of inconsistency. So inconsistency in the sense, like whenever you are trying to book your ticket, sometimes it's gonna to book, and sometimes it's gonna to throw you sort of n number of errors. And whenever you are trying to provide your source and destination, you might be facing n number of issues. It means your application is not stable. Okay, it is showing some sort of irregular behavior, which is nothing but inconsistency. Okay, so we can also say like the main goal of performance testing is to find not the functional bugs. I'll write it here. The main goal of performance testing is to identify bottlenecks, which is nothing but issues, than finding functional bugs. Okay, if you consider the same application, whenever you are trying to log in, if login button is not working in the sense, then it can't be considered as a performance issue. Anyhow, like if we are facing any issues while logging in, definitely the functional team is going to handle that, and they are going to check with the development team, and they are going to fix that issue. Why exactly the login button is not working? Okay, guys, please be on mute. I'm getting some sort of noise. Okay, good. So if there is any issues regarding to the functionality, we do have the functional team, and also they are going to check with the development team in order to fix that issue. So the main goal of performance testing is to identify the bottlenecks, which is nothing but the issues. What all related to the loading issues or speed issues or any sort of instability. Okay, we are going to check each and everything. So the mainly the thing what we are going to identify while doing the things is in order to just to see a defect free in production. If you take SBI, whenever you are doing any sort of transferring anything, money transfer or something, if you're if it is taking a very long time and still loading and loading and loading, then definitely the users, like they lost the concentration application, right? They are going to lose the interest on using that particular application. Definitely they'll think like, okay, SBI is not at all good, and we are not, it is not some sort of feasible application, it's better to switch to another bank. So if we are thinking in that way, in the sense, definitely it is going to be result in business loss. So without this, definitely there will be a business loss. Okay, that's the reason why definitely we need performance testing. And moving to when we need performance testing. Okay, so if there is any application like which is ready, we can't directly go and do some sort of scripting and something like that regarding all the performance testing activities. Definitely there will be for each and everything, definitely there will be entry and exit criteria. Okay, prerequisites will be there, right? So here we can able to go ahead with the performance testing when that particular application is signed off from dev, and also it should be done from QA side as well. That's it, right? If the application is developed, then only we can able to do any sort of testing from that application, right? Without developing any application, we can't directly simply navigate to that URL and we can't do anything. And also, if there is any sort of functionality issues, if you are trying to log in but this is not happening, then definitely it will be called as negative case. Okay, so being a performance tester, we will be mainly concentrating on positive cases. So someone asked like, see, whenever we are going with the proper username and proper password, we can able to log in. So we can able to check the performance of that login functionality. What if our credentials is bad? I mean, if it is with some sort of incorrect details. So if client asks us to check some sort of like login functionality with incorrect credentials, then we can simply say like, being a performance tester, we are not supposed to go ahead with any negative paths or negative cases. Okay, whenever you are planning for performance testing, just make sure your application is stable and the functionality is completely checked, and also the development is done for that particular functionality. Then only we can go ahead with performance testing. So performance testing, when you will be doing, like after completion of the development phase and after completion of the manual phase, whenever they are done with these two activities, then you can consider that application. And also you need to consider the main thing, if it is stable, then only you can go ahead and do your performance testing activities. Okay, now we came to an understanding on what is performance and why we need it and when we need it. Now the main thing is how exactly we are going to do performance testing. Okay, here here we have multiple tools. Okay, so the first and foremost thing, what is commonly and most frequently used in the market is LoadRunner. Okay, LoadRunner is a sort of automated performance testing tool. Okay, and this is licensed one. But when you download the trial version, you can able to use this till 50 users. If you want to check any application till 50 users, you can make use of the tool which is called LoadRunner. If you want to go ahead with 51, I mean more than 50, then definitely it is going to ask you license. Okay, and in the market we also have open source tool, which is Jmeter. Okay, this is open source. We can easily download it and we can do all the activities over there. All the performance activities, whatever we are planning to do, LoadRunner, but there will be some sort of constraints and limitations will be there. Just like LoadRunner and Jmeter, we also have K6 tool. This is also licensed one. Okay, and we do have multiple tools, and we also have oats, which is from the Oracle, and also we have Soyasta. So we have different types of tools. And going forward, we are going to discuss exactly what tool we need to pick while going ahead with any application performance testing. How we are going to pick. Okay, these are the different types of tools, and we have many. Okay, so in our sessions, we are going to cover the LoadRunner, which is licensed, and anyhow we can able to download this tool because we will be working with 50 users. I mean, if it is within the 50 users, we can go ahead and with the trial versions, and we can play around there. So you can able to get the all sort of realistic nature of performance testing. So these are the four questions which is going to give you a complete picture of performance testing: what, why, when, and how. Okay, now moving to the next slide. Now exactly we'll discuss about load runner architecture. Exactly what will be there in load runner. Okay, in load runner we will be simply having three components. Okay, one is VUGen, virtual user generator. So this is the place where we will be doing scripting. So when I talk about the scripting, don't think like we will be writing some sort of code and all the things. LoadRunner is an automated performance testing tool. So we can able to easily record the application and will do the enhancements. There is no need of any coding knowledge here. Okay, so Vusion is the component where we will be doing sort of scripting. Okay, suppose if you want to consider any application and if you want to check the login functionality of IRCTC, so simply you will be recording that IRCTC application by using the LoadRunner and with the component Vusion. Once you are done with all the enhancements, then you will be moving to the second component, which is controller. Okay, controller is the place where you will be using for execution. So you can simply say, right, test run. So you'll be running your scripts here in the second component. So whenever we are done with any sort of executions or run, definitely the next step will be like analyzing the report. So this is our third component where we will be analyzing and getting all the report data regarding to that particular application. Okay, so here we talked about the number of users in this. So I said like it will be applicable for so and so users. If you want to go ahead with 1,000 users in order to check IRCTC application, then definitely your organization is going to pay file license. Okay, so here exactly who is gonna to provide what are all, I mean, like whatever the load you're required here. If you need 100 or if you need 200 users or 500 users or 1,000 users, no matter what, whatever the count you are looking for, so here we will be having load generator, which will be incorporated with our load runner. So load generator, the name itself says it is going to generate the required amount of load. When I spell about the load, it is nothing but users, nothing but customers. Okay, that will be linked to, suppose if you talk about the WhatsApp application, so if you want to do a performance testing for your WhatsApp application of around like 5,000 users, so it will be linked with your WhatsApp, I mean whatever the application, and it is going to provide around 5,000 users to your load runner. This is the simple architecture of your load runner. So simply it is going to have the three components: Vusion for scripting, controller for test execution, and then analysis for doing the report and analyzing the report. So whenever you are done with installing the process, one second, whenever you are done with all the installation process in your desktop, you'll be seeing sort of these three icons. The first component is your Vusion, and your second component, this is the place you can able to see this yellow icon, right? So this is the place where you will be doing scripting, and this green indicates this is the place where you will be doing execution, and this blue color is analysis. This is the place where you will be analyzing the entire report. Okay, so this is the application architect, I mean load runner architecture. Okay, so here we covered what is performance testing and what is the architecture of your load runner. Now what is performance testing lifecycle? Okay, so suppose you like attended one of the interview and you got one of the project, and your manager just asked you to go ahead with performance testing activities. So what is your immediate step and how you are going to approach it? So all the things will be covered from the performance testing life cycle. If you take any application, the very first step of doing performance testing activities is non-functional requirements. Like even while preparing food also, suppose if you are doing any food, it might be, suppose let's take sambar. So what are all the requirements you will be taking there? Definitely you need anyhow the cylinder with some sort of gas, And then if you go ahead, then you'll be taking induction, and definitely we need dal and mixed vegetables and water and each and everything. So those are prerequisites in order to go ahead and do sambar. So in the same way, whenever you are doing any sort of performance testing activities with your application, whenever you are playing sort of performance testing activities with your application, then definitely there will be requirements, right? Okay, all the things we will be capturing. So we will just connect to the client and also BA, and we'll just ask, so is this application is existing, or this is planned to be in production in some time? Like, you can simply say like if it is existing or this is new application. If some, like if client says like it is new application, then we need to go ahead and provide the reports as a benchmark values. If client says it is already existing application, IRCTC is already existing till last month, like September 2024, it was with the TCS. Now we are like planning to go ahead with Infosys. Okay, then we can simply ask them production logs. So what are all the values we are getting from the production? Likewise, we will be having n number of requirements. Okay, so in any organization, there will be following some sort of standard template. Okay, you no need to worry about all these things. They will be sharing you the template, and they'll just ask us to fill those details by connecting with the client and BA. So here there will be some sort of questionnaire document, and once you are done with collecting all your requirements, then our next step is we need to design the test plan. So what are all the requirements we collected here? We need to design a document which is called test plan. Okay, suppose let's take IRCTC client called us. So in the very first call, in the requirement, he just asked us to do a performance testing with user count of 5,000. So without doing any test plan, we'll just move to like by using the script, all the components, VUGen and the controller and analysis. We skipped the second step and did scripting, execution and analysis, and we shared the report to IRCTC. Then he'll just simply question us, no, why you directly go ahead with did with the 5k users, I'm just planning for 10k users. So then definitely what are all the efforts we kept, that it's all of waste. So test plan is simply a sort of agreement between the client and your organization. So once we received sign off for the test plan in the sense, then definitely we can't able to change any matter inside the test plan. Okay, first they said like 5,000, and they also signed off the test plan. Then simply we did scripting for IRCTC and did execution. And whereas for analysis, they said like, no, no, we are looking ahead with 10,000. Then what we'll be asking? So for now, we already did as per the signed off document. If you want to go ahead with like incremental of users or scalability of your application, then we will be considering that into next release. And again, we'll just again need to consider the test plan and also look for the advanced sign off. Okay, so test plan plays a key role because that is a sort of agreement between your client and your organization. Then simply we will be moving to scripting, execution and analysis. Okay, if he says like the login functionality in the IRCTC application, we are expecting 2 seconds. If your performance testing report is saying 2 seconds, then that's completely fine. you are going to provide the sign off. What if the login functionality is giving more than 2 seconds? It might be 3 seconds or 4 seconds or 5 seconds. Then the term called bottleneck will come into picture. Okay, so that's the main reason of doing performance testing. If you are finding any sort of bottlenecks, okay, you are going to handle that here. So then again you will be checking why exactly it is causing more than 2 seconds, and you need to share the screenshots to the related team. It might be infra or the development team, and we'll ask them to do the code changes. Sorry. Then again you will be running the same test suite, which is called sort of regression testing. So you need to repeat the same execution until it reaches SLA, which is service level agreement. Okay, so until it reaches the particular seconds whatever provided by the client, you will be doing the same test by connecting with your infra team or by doing any modifications by the development team. Then only you can able to provide sign off. If it is meeting the exit criteria, then only we can able to sign off. That's the performance testing lifecycle. First, we need to gather the requirements, and what are all the requirements we gathered? We need to design a test plan. Okay, after getting sign off for the test plan, we will be moving to the scripting part, and then we will be doing the execution and analysis. If it met SLA, as per the service level agreement, then we will be providing sign off. If not, we will do a bottleneck analysis, and then you need to go ahead with one more test. If you are rerunning the same suit, then it will be termed as regression. Okay, that is termed as regression testing. Okay, that is about performance testing life cycle. Okay, now we'll just quickly check course content. What are all the things we are going to cover in next 30 to 35 sessions? Okay, so introduction to performance testing, which is nothing but how we are going to do the performance testing and what is its life cycle, and what are all the things that is included in non-functional requirements, and what all included in test plan and proof of concept, and also requirements. See, this is already covered. We are going to discuss in detail in the next coming sessions. And also we will be design workload modeling in the sense, like if the client is not aware of how many users he is looking, then we can use some formulas and convey them like this. We can go ahead with these many users. And also we do have multiple parameters like hits per second, throughput. All these things will be calculated in workload modeling. Okay, and here we will be installing the LoadRunner, and also we will be discussing more on components of LoadRunner. And by using the VUgen, we will be doing some sort of recording, which is nothing but performance testing activities. So we will be recording the application and replay the application, and we are also going to enhance the scripting. At last, how our script should be look like? It should be very realistic. Okay, and also there will be a number of changes in runtime settings. So we will be covering all the pacing time, think time, and log settings, and all these things. And also here we will be covering the C language part as well. Okay, you don't need to worry if you don't know any programming language. Here we won't be like for performance testing there is no need of much coding language, but for better thing we will be including the C language as well. Okay, and we also including LR parameters, which is load runner parameters. And I said no, a few enhancements will be done to the script. So there will be different things like correlation and parameterization. So once we are done with all these things, we will be moving to controller for execution. So there will be different types of performance testings. So few of them are load testing, endurance testing, scalability testing, page level stress. Anyhow, tomorrow is like Flipkart and Amazon are going to start the big billion sale, right? So whenever they plan any sort of big billion sale, definitely there will be like a prior to that they will like they should complete all performance testing. So it should be with load and also stress and page level stressing as well. Okay, whenever there is a sale for 10 minutes, so most probably we will be facing issues at the page, I mean the payment option. So for that type of scenarios, we will be doing page level stress. It means at particular page we will be applying the stress. So we are also going to see how exactly we can able to apply stress on particular page and what are all the different modes of designing the script scenario. So all these things will be covered. And once we are done with our execution, we will be analyzing the report, summary report, 90 percentile value, and also what are all the response codes we observed in our execution, and we will be checking different metrics. Okay, and if, like we are also considering LoadRunner action, which is LR. This is also same like controller. Okay, here we are also going ahead and do some sort of real work activities. Like I'm also going to help you on drafting emails with all the key observations. Okay, and I'm also going to help you with interview questions. Here we are going to take like few applications and we'll be doing end to end performance testing activities. Here you will be getting the bonus topics, garbage collector, and also introduction to the APM tools, and also here we are dealing with fiddler tool and also inbuilt monitoring tool, which is Perfmon. So all the things will be covered in this course. Okay, so tomorrow I'll show you like how we will simply record the script and how it looks and all the remaining stuff. Okay, now you can go ahead with your questions because we have only 20 minutes left. Yeah, guys, you can go ahead with your questions now.
How many assignments will you give per day for this course?
Sorry, Kanamai, um,
How many
your voice is.
assignments will you give? How many assignments will you give per day for this course?
So we will be taking like more than two applications in order to do all end-to-end performance testing activities. So we'll be playing around two plus applications.
No, okay. Work assignments like a kind of homework. How many
Assignment, yes.
assignments will you give per day?
So like anyhow we will be having like around 30 to 35 sessions. Like so each and every day you'll be getting the things. Like you need to go ahead with the preparation of the, I mean doing NFR and then followed by test plan and then you need to record your script and followed by enhancements of your script. So each and every day we will be checking all this stuff. So it will be better if you do a sort of parallel work. So if we are completing one topic today, then it would be great if you consider that particular topic preparation in the same day.
Okay, thank you.
And also the timings is we have fixed timings, which is like 8 to 9 p.m. IST. And there is no need of any scripting knowledge. no need of any scripting knowledge, any programming knowledge. Even if you come from complete non-IT background, okay? So you can easily able to grab the things here.
Currently, like
And yes, we are going to
everybody is
talk about.
looking for open source tool, right? So is there a scope for this licensed tool?
See,
Is there more opportunities for this? That's what. Yeah, there is a some companies are
actually,
doing in this load runner because it is secure. But openings and the opportunity level like mostly Jmeter and other open source tools only, right? That's why I'm asking.
no, not like that. There will be equal opportunities with both the licensed and also open source students. If you consider like a LinkedIn or Naukri, there are n number of opportunities with LoadRunner. From past last 2 years, we are not seeing any calls, but from last 2 months, like we are seeing n number of calls with the LoadRunner. And whenever you consider you are a performance tester, then definitely one should expect the LoadRunner experience from your side rather than the open source tool, because the performance testing started with LoadRunner from past years, ages. So that's the very basic thing what we need to consider. And here, Kanchan, we are not going to cover the Jmeter. For Jmeter, we will be having different sessions. Okay, and for now, there is, yeah, this is a weekday batch. So we will be having sessions from Monday to Friday and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST, Chetan. And Siri, for your question, yes, we will be providing the detailed material of each and every sessions what we are going to cover. And for LoadRunner, you can able to do the practice even without license as well. So I will be helping you in installing that LoadRunner as well, and we will be working on applications. And you'll be getting the recorded sessions, and it is for lifetime. So whenever you are suppose if today we are done with our session, in the sense by tomorrow morning they are going to share you the recorded session. Okay, as I said before, there is no need of any scripting knowledge or any programming knowledge. And Krishna, for your question, this is going to take like 30 to 35 sessions and 8 to 9 p.m. Yeah, for API and web services, we will be sharing the pre-recorded videos. So if we get enough time, I'll try to include that as well. But we mainly focus on web HTTP HTML, so mainly on web protocols. So if possible, I'll cover the API as well in 1 or 2 sessions. No, here we are not considering any DB related things. Okay, we need to check whether they will be sharing any sort of recorded for that, because the DB is completely related to another version. So whatever the performance testing activities need to be considered using the load runner, we are going to cover each and every topic over there. So moving to monitoring tools, we are going to discuss Dynatrace, and they will be sharing the pre-recorded as well. And also we are going to play with Perfmon, which is inbuilt monitoring tool. Okay. And Krishna, for your question, yes, you can able to attend the sessions from your lab. I mean, from your mobile as well. But it will be great if you like go ahead with some sort of practice. Definitely, you need practice for this. You can't simply listen and do the things. Definitely practice is must. Yes, we are going to cover the true client as well, but not SAP protocols. As per the time limited, so I will be covering max. Yes, Sheikh Aswak. So on daily basis, yes, we are going to check the things theoretically and also practical sessions we will be doing. So we are going to play with applications and we'll be doing all the perf test activities. Any more questions, guys? And also, if you talk about the SAP protocol, if you were like well aware of web protocol, then definitely it will be very easy for you to grab the SAP protocol. So what type of protocol we are picking is completely depending on like from which technology your application is designed. Yes, we can also use that, but the thing is mobile testing is sort of different testing. Mobile perf testing is another module. So here we are using performance testing using LoadRunner with web applications, but not with mobile applications. So apart from the web tours, we will be working with Jpet Store and also Orange HRM and some, if possible, we can also play with some directly live application in the sense Isha Training Solutions application as well. Any more questions, guys? I think someone raised their hand. Yeah, Chetan, I think you raised your hand. Please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box and also provide your mail IDs and mobile numbers as well. So please share your details in the chat box itself. So, Rajat, it completely depends on you. Like, I'm not sure whether you are going ahead with some sort of real-time experience or not. So, it completely depends. But you are completely from like non-IT experience or you're not having any experience, you can easily go ahead with around 5 years of experience by simply learning this course. So by end of this course, you'll be like pretty sure that you can be able to handle end-to-end performance testing activities. Yes, Amrish, definitely. Like, if you're having any questions, then you can directly ping me. So even after the sessions or even after the completion of batch also, I can able to help you in my free time. So monitoring tools, as I said here, we will be covering the inbuilt tool, Perfmon, and also Dynatrace. And on a bonus topics, like you'll be getting recorded videos for Dynatrace and other garbage collector and Fiddler tool as well. But anyhow, we'll be considering the garbage collector mechanism and also Fiddler tool in our sessions. So we are also going to play with the Fiddler tool. So you can also check the reviews. My last batch was completed 2 days back. So you can also check the reviews over there. So the chat box will open for 4 more minutes, and please feel free to drop your questions and queries, followed by your mobile number and Gmail ID, mail IDs. Yes, for sure. If you're going ahead with 3 years of experience in performance testing LoadRunner, then definitely like there will be calls. Even for the 2 years also, if you check the LinkedIn, there are n number of calls started for performance testing using LoadRunner. And if you guys are really preparing for interview, then definitely if you guys are really interested, then I will be there for you to go ahead with the mock calls as well. Okay. So I can help you with the mock calls for each and every week. I can help you with that as well. So what are all the topics we covered in the current week? So let's take from Monday to Friday. So you guys are already like all the preparation done. I'll be taking mock call on Saturday.
নাহলে তো কালো ও পড়বে না তো কালো ছাড়া আমি কালো আনিও না কালো কালো
Yes,
কালো
please be on mute. Yeah. Yes, for sure you'll be getting the completion certificate from Isha Training Solutions Management. Thanks, Krishna. And guys, you don't need to worry if you are really planning to learn this performance testing, definitely I'll be helping you. And the only thing what you can keep in your mind is there is no prior requirement of scripting knowledge or programming knowledge. Okay. So whatever the tool we are using, we will be using the tool for a recording. If you click on record, then it's going to record each and every action of code and it's going to show you. So tomorrow I'm going to show you simple recording of web tours. Web tours is a sort of open application where we can use for ticket booking or cancellation or sign up. So we can able to do these many things. It's just like sort of ads etc. Yes, we are going to install this in next 3 to 4 days. So we will be starting all these activities soon. Demo will be there only for 2 days. Then our main activities We're going to start. Yeah, thanks, Venkat. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. And feel free to drop your feedback in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. I'm closing the session, and if you have any questions, you can simply ping in the group itself. There you can see my number as well, so you can directly drop to my message box as well, so I can revert you. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, we can connect tomorrow at the same time. We'll meet again tomorrow 8 p.m. Yep. Thank you. Bye.
This conference